Hello, welcome to Fantasy Card Tricks. My name's Brandon, and today we have another awesome card trick. So let's dive into it. Right, let's jump into this trick. So we do use a normal pack of cards, and the cards can be shuffled. So before you start this trick, obviously there's no setup. The cards can be truly mixed up, okay? And the cards can be cut, completely up to you. So what we need to do is get two cards selected. So let's say we use the 10 of hearts and the 9 of diamonds. Hopefully we can remember these cards. And we're going to tell them to place the cards inside the center of the pack. Okay, so it's there. The cards really are mixed. There's no breaks, there's nothing. The cards are truly somewhere in the center. And like I said, the cards were shuffled before we started. So what I'm going to do is take a stabber card like this, the king. I know the king's not your card, because if it was, that would be a pretty good trick. But I'm not going to use the king. Sorry, the king's not going to be your card, but the king's going to find one of those cards. So all we do is take the king and throw it. Again, we're going to throw it inside the center of the pack, like so. And I'm not going to cheat. I'm going to spread the cards. And you can see it's gone on top of one card, which is, in fact, the 9 of diamonds. So the king's found one of the cards, which is pretty impressive. But the next card, I'm not going to do any funny moves. I'm not going to shuffle the cards from now on. I'm not even going to use my hands to find the last card. Nope. I'm going to use my finger. So watch. All you have to do is this. Now you can see I cut for one card. In fact, the 10 of hearts. And I'm going to show you guys exactly how to do this. So let's jump into it. Hey, so this is the explanation of this trick. So it is a completely normal deck, but you do have to do one little thing with a card, and that is to crimp a card, okay? And there's loads of different crimps, but the crimp we're going to use is called a breather crimp. So we're going to place the card face down and we're going to make a X. This is if you don't know how to make a breather crimp. If you do, brilliant, just fast forward it. But if you don't, I am going to explain how this works. So you're going to hold the card with your middle finger and thumb, okay, in the center, and same with your left hand. So you're going to hold it in the center, and your index fingers are going to go next to your middle fingers, okay? So, and you're going to push down like you're squeezing. And then your hands or your finger and thumbs are going to go the opposite way, okay, like so. And that's going to make a X, okay? So just push down. I am doing it pretty hard just for explanations purposes. You won't have to do it that hard, but if you look at the card compared to this one, that's completely flat, and this one's breathing, okay? So to start off with, that card can go in the middle. And before you start, like to give the cards to the spectator to shuffle the cards up, okay? So when you grab the cards back, okay, you will see there's a pretty little, well, there's a big break here, but it might not be as big as that, but you'll see a break. All you have to do is cut that break to the table. And what I mean by that is just cut where the break is, drop them on the table and these on top. And that will bring your crimp card to the bottom. Okay, do that again, shuffle the cards up, spectator shovels them up, you hold the cards like so to the side. I usually do it to the side so I can just see where it is. I can see the break, I'm just going to cut where that break is. It's my crimp card and that goes down, the rest of them goes on top. So your crimp card's at the bottom. So you're going to get two cards selected. Okay, I usually do two cards. Okay, so we've got the ace and the king. And what we're going to do is place this crimp card above the ace of the two selected cards. Yes, the ace and king. So I usually do a swing cut, like so. So the cards go inside the center. and the crimp card goes on top, okay? If you don't want to do the swing cut, or you can't do a swing cut, all you have to do, make sure your crimp card's at the bottom, you tell them to cut the cards, and let's place their cards in the center, and the crimp card goes on top. You can do it that way, it really doesn't matter. So what I did here, I did a top shot, okay? You don't have to do a top shot. You can just say, right, I'm gonna take the top card, the 6 of diamonds to find your card. And all you're going to do, if you remember, you have this bit of a big break here, okay? Your thumb's gonna go to the left-hand side, and your pinky, ring, and middle finger is gonna go on the long edge side. And all you're going to do with your thumb is just lift up. Okay, that's all you're going to do. You're just going to take the cards and lift up. Okay? Take the card and basically just lifting up at the break. That's all you're doing. So take it. If you want to practice it, you can always look at the joker, your crimp card, or whatever card draw you're going to be using. So I'm looking and I'm cutting. Looking, got it. Looking, got it. Okay? So now you're doing that, what you're going to do, you're going to throw this card inside the center like so, okay? So to do that, I hold the throwing card on the pip. So my thumb's going to go on the pip and my index finger on the back of it, and my middle finger is just rested on there, okay, to give that flick. So what you're going to do at the same time is you're going to lift this packet up and then throw this card in, okay? And what's happened is I throw that bang next to the crimp card, okay? Obviously, because that's where we're lifting to. So take your card, you're gonna lift up, okay, and throw it in. Do it again. You're gonna lift up like so and throw it in. Just practice it over and over and over and over and over again, so you get the feel of it. Okay, last time, I'm just going to take the card and throw it in. One more time, throw it in, boom. Take your time, don't do it fast. I know in performance I did it fast, but I've done this for a while. So let's say you're in this position, you throw it in and you know it's next to the joker. All I do then is just turn the pack around and spread them on the table. So I know the card above the 6, which is this one, is the joker, okay? Which is the joker. One below the 6 is the selected card, okay? Which is the king. So take the card down, say, look, one below it is your card, the king of hearts. The 6 of diamonds has found your card. Say whatever you'd like, completely up to you, but you know the next card, the ace of clubs, is underneath your joker, okay? So all you have to do now, okay, you square the cards up nice and square. You don't have to touch the pack now with your hands or cut them. You don't have to do anything like that. All you're going to do is get your finger and flick up. You're just going to flick up. Okay? So when you flick up, it automatically kicks to your crimp card. Okay, you know the card's there, the ace of clubs. So to do that is you just flick the pack. You just get your finger, okay? Obviously, you don't want to be right down here because you're going to miss it, obviously. So bring your finger close to the pack, okay? And try aim for the center, okay? If you aim at the bottom, you might hit too low. So just aim in the center and flick your finger up, and it automatically cuts to your crimp card. And their card is the ace of clubs. And that, my friends, is the explanation of this awesome card trick. Okay, so that's the end of the trick. This one might require a little bit more practice when you're doing this. Obviously trying to cut to that joker, obviously with the flick and stuff like that, but practice it. It is a very, very strong trick, because think about it. The cards are shuffled before we start, so they know it's not a shuffled deck. And you can just take cards and you can find their card, you can flick the card, you can do all these weird, cool things with a pack of cards from a shuffled deck. I do think this is such a strong trick. Just practice it, go out. When you've got this down to a T, and show somebody, because I know for a fact it will fool them and possibly can fool your magician's friends as well. But anyway, guys, thank you for watching. Please hit that like and subscribe, and I'll see you next time.